We are now on video also. So listen, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5. This is a deep breakdown of the PlayStation 5. It may be a little bit late, but for those that's just getting it, you may want to tune in. So listen, I'm usually doing this on phone, so we're set up on video and microphone here, microphone there. So hey, it's going to be really exciting. But listen, man, I'm going to talk deep about the PlayStation 5, pros, cons, some of everything. The controller, the graphics, different things, a bunch of stuff. Those that don't know, be sure to follow me on YouTube, Mastermind RGTV, and you see some of my beta testing games there. I'm a beta tester for Sony. Sony cut the check, playboy. But we beta test the system updates before they come out on the PS4. Hopefully we can jump into that list of testing out things on the PS5. We're already discovering new things, new problems. So this podcast is going to be specifically just about the PlayStation 5. So listen, we're going to start right up, jump right into the game, talking about the camera. Listen, man, I have the camera for the PS4, like when it first came out. So a couple of the models is not compatible with the PlayStation 5. The older PS4 cameras is not compatible with the with the PS5, unless you get some type of adapter or whatever. That was kind of like a tricky part for me getting the PS5, because I was like, I don't want the PS5 camera. I already got a camera from a PS4. It's an older model. Hey, wait a minute. This connection in the end of this is not USB. Oh man, yeah, totally forgot about that. Well, it's not necessarily a con because it's older tech, but then again, if you don't have a camera and you want a camera, it's a con. So moving on, talking about the controller. Listen, for those that's checking this out on the video, the controller is right here. Listen, let's dive into it. So, first of all, the haptic feedback. That's let me move the microphone a little bit closer. The haptic feedback is bit of annoying at times. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. It's a bit of annoying at times, but it really is cool. It's a really, really cool feature. It's a bit of annoying. To the back buttons, you know what I'm saying? The back buttons is kind of weird because the in-depth, you know what I'm saying? You have to really, really press it. And for example, playing Call of Duty shooting the shotgun is like, I'm pressing the button, but it's not pulling the trigger almost. The shotgun is definitely, it's not the same. Shooters is not the same on PlayStation 5 with adaptive triggers versus playing on PS4 with no adaptive triggers. It's definitely noticeable. It's a good and a bad thing. It's annoying, but it's a good and a bad thing. Other thing is also the microphone right here by the PlayStation button where you go to your home screen. It's a little too close it's a little too close. Like, y'all, come on, scoot this up a tad bit, and the PlayStation logo, scoot that up a little bit, and give this its own little space, because broadcasting, sometimes I don't want my microphone on, so I mute my microphone from times. In the process of muting my microphone, my thumb already fit all the way over it. In the process of muting the microphone, my thumb hits the PlayStation button, takes me back to the home screen, and end up ending my whole broadcast and everything. It was a disaster. So that's a new thing I kind of discovered. The buttons, they're different. They're not bad. They're just different. So, it's pretty cool. But now, look, PlayStation. Yeah, I could have went on and put this the little touchpad. You should have made this a screen. This was the thing I was like, yo, now we're going to really see next gen technology and next gen really get down with the get down. Because if this was a screen, imagine. Oh, now we have video, so I can really break this down and so you can see it with a little more clarity. If this was a screen, Imagine turning on your PlayStation 5. Let's say your kid is watching cartoon, turning on your PlayStation 5 from your screen. That's not no, you know what? Not even taking it to the depth of playing your games on your controller, not even taking it to the depth, but just getting the simple things done on your PlayStation 5. For as this is a touchscreen. Let's say you want to go in and update your game, but you ran out of space. So if you're out of space and there's a new update coming out, it's not gonna update when your console is in reset mode. Imagine if you can go from your controller and just organize the space. Hey, I want to delete this, so I can get my update and it'll be ready for me to play as soon as I turn my PlayStation on and get ready to play. Also, let's say you want to go here to your library, just the screen, just pull up. This is the screen only does specific things. Go to your library and pull up a game. Download it. Your game is downloading but because you controlled it from your controller, and then when you come back, it's ready to play. Like the simple things, but utilizing this little touchpad that you really didn't utilize in PS4 as I thought you was. But it's better on the PS5, but really next generational, taking it to that step, turning this into a screen. If they would have turned this into a screen, man, that would have been amazing. USB-C. Perfect. That's definitely next generation hype. I like that. I think people was talking about like there's small, tiny X triangles and circles or whatnot here. That's pretty cool for its design. The microphone. Let's get into it. The microphone and like the headset. There's no headset that come with this one. Headset come with PS4, but not with the PS5. That's cool. The microphone and the headset is all built into the controller. Now, the microphone is pretty good. The speaker in the controller, not so much. The speaker in the controller, when you're broadcasting at times, you know what I'm saying, we're playing zombies. Maybe me and my homie Q, shout out to Q, may have a mic or whatnot, you know, and he's saying something to me, but I can barely hear him because without a headset, I can barely hear him through the controller. You know, sometimes he's loud, sometimes he's low. Now it could be settings on his end too, but I really think it's the controller because it's not just when I'm playing on certain games or whatnot, you notice it. So I would still definitely recommend getting a headset. And I think going into deep diving into this, PlayStation kind of is getting into the realm of Nintendo thinking. Accessories. Now, I recommend getting a headset for this. Which headset? The freaking PlayStation headset. Accessories. The freaking PlayStation headset, I haven't had my hands on it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's freaking amazing. It's better than what they got in the controller. Now, what's in the controller, it's not bad. I appreciate them for adding it into the controller because it brings value to us as the players. So, great thing for the controller, but you know what I'm saying? Accessories. You have to have the headset. That PS5 camera, I was just talking about camera adapters. You want to broadcast and you want your face to be seen, you have to have that camera. Right now at the moment, USB cameras is not compatible for the PS5. Again, this is the podcast. I'll be coming back in here updating this thing. Maybe not on video, but here on the podcast. But we'll be coming back in here, you know, talking about PS4. But right now, it's not compatible with any USB camera, which is a problem for right now. Back to the controller, the two buttons we have here, your broadcast and your options button, these are much more smaller compared to the PS4. Not really sure how I feel about it right now. I do use them a lot because I broadcast. But yeah, the analog feels pretty nifty, really about the same. Definitely, it feels like an improvement. But anytime you get something new, it's like, it's refreshing. The PS5 gives you that refreshing, it feels good to play something new type feel. So overall, right now, my conclusion, because I'm always coming back, changing different opinions or whatever on certain things once I get used to it, like the haptic feedback. I'm not so used to it right now. Those that's coming in from Xbox may be used to haptic feedback. But me, PlayStation 4, we don't have that, not really used to that. So, right now, controller wise, 1 out of 10. I would have to give it maybe a 8. Yeah, because I'm not used to it. Moving on, talking about my favorite thing, the SSD, the speed in the PlayStation 5. Oh man, it's pretty incredible. Let me check my time here on Anchor. It's really incredible. I mean, when I say really incredible, I mean really incredible. Like, you can play a game, and let's say you want to play something else in the middle of that game, launch a game similar to how Xbox is. I'm gonna get into that too. Similar to how Xbox is, but you can launch a game and go play another game, and boom, it's loaded up. Close that game out with no problem, and it comes right up. It's really really fast, and that's one of my things that I really enjoy. That, I would say, that's my favorite thing out of the PlayStation 5. Let's see. Another thing about the speed is also the fact that those long games like God of War, Last of Us 2, where you're just sitting in that load screen and it's taking forever, to load, it's done. So usually, let's say a PS4 load time would be maybe about 5 minutes. It's cut down to maybe 2 minutes or maybe even 1 minute on some games. Even some games I noticed, like, wow, this is really fast. But even on some games, it was still noticeable, like, okay, why is this not fast as the other game? Of course, gigabytes and all the other stuff. But, it's definitely noticeable. I really think PlayStation should add the feature like Xbox have. I don't see why they can't. For it's like Xbox, I talk about it on the normal podcast shows. Be sure to check out the monthly weekday and weekend drops. I talk about this stuff in details, deep dive into this stuff. But Xbox has, with how they switch games, PlayStation need that. And I don't see why PlayStation wouldn't add that in the future. If they do add that in the future, that's going to definitely be a great thing to have. And I don't see why they can't, because that SSD is freaking amazing, and the speed is freaking incredible, man. It's like the fact that when you first turn on a game, like, usually you can take restroom breaks when you're playing zombies or something. Usually you can take restroom breaks, before the game comes up. When you first turn on the game, hey, get your stuff ready, take your water break and all that. You can't do none of that. The game will beat you doing all that. You won't have time to do all that. I usually would do that normally, little routine. The game's already done loading up. It beat me to it. So it's amazing. Moving on, talking about the fan, hot, cold time and all that stuff, man. Listen, man, this thing is quiet. I mean quiet. My PS4 sound like a jet. Coming on in like a jet. The PS5, man, is really really quiet. It's pretty cool too. I had about maybe 2 to 3 hours in, and it was hot, but it wasn't hot like my PS4 usually get. And my PS4 is usually pretty loud, and PS5 is not that loud, but it is. You hear a little thing from 2 to 3 hours in. I did hear the fan kind of ramp up a little bit, but it wasn't like my PS4. You know what I'm saying? So the PS5 is definitely quiet. It keeps a pretty good temperature, 2 to 3 hours in of gameplay, which is pretty cool. We're gonna continue to test that. Something else I actually a problem I just ran into today. So like I said, beta testing, we're testing stuff. Even if they don't, we're testing stuff. I'm a tester. So something I just noticed today, after putting it into reset mode, I went in and checked my television to make sure it wasn't my television. No, turned the PS4 on, the color wise. The color was fine on the PS4. The color was fine on the television. So I'm like, what could be causing my colors to be looking like washed out or whatnot? Sometimes when the PS5 is in reset mode and you wake it up, your colors is washed out. You will have to reset your PlayStation 5. Not like reset. Restart. Restart your PS5, just a normal, simple reboot, and your colors and stuff will come back. Now, that's an issue that may be fixed by the time you hear this podcast or people video here, by the time you see this or whatever, that issue may be fixed. That can easily be fixed with maybe a software update that's coming out hopefully in the future. But that's something that I just noticed that actually just happened today, like now. So yeah, that's something that definitely be fixed. Let's see what to be talked about now that I had on my mind about the PlayStation 5. So far, man, the graphics. Yeah, the graphics is amazing. We still are in the beginning stages of the PlayStation 5, so I don't really expect things to look like whoa, blown away, but look like okay, yeah, that's an upgrade and that's better. You know, playing games like God of War is amazing on 60 frames per second. Assassin's Creed, you see the difference in that performance. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're flying the bird, for a quick example, you're flying the bird and the bird is halfway across the map. Usually on PS4, you call that bird back, you have to load PS5 instantly. Call the bird back, you're right there at your character. That shows you the power and the speed of the PlayStation 5 and the speed of it because it's really good at loading up things. So that, you know, graphics wise, man, and details is definitely noticeable. And for shooters, man, when you're playing at 120 hertz, you're not going to want to go back. You're not going to want to go back. I'm currently playing in 120 hertz, and listen, it's amazing. It's amazing. The ray tracing and all that is pretty dope, you know. But I prefer performance over resolution, and I think that's kind of what I'm getting to habits kind of like on a lot of the games now. Performance over resolution. Check out my other YouTube videos on different how-tos or whatnot, and where to go to in the PS5 settings or whatnot. To change your PS5 from the resolution mode to performance mode. That's important because if you like, you know, or balance, if you like more performance, you got to go there to change that. If you like more resolution, you got to go on those settings and change that to that. And let's see, games like Crash Bandicoot, the new Crash Bandicoot for the PS5 update version is noticeable, a lot more polished, but it's like not too much noticeable. That's another example of I don't expect for a lot of games to be like, whoa, but I can't tell you. We really won't begin to see next gen power until 2022 or maybe this end of 2021. Because right now a lot of the games, they probably are built up on the PS5 or whatever, but it's still not utilizing the power of the 5. Right now, they're probably just maximizing the power of the 4 type deal. You see how games out Last of Us 2 look, you know, still looks amazing on the PS4 Pro. You know what I'm saying? These games still look amazing on the 4. I think a big evolution step in graphics, we won't really begin to see that in next gen, utilize next gen power until in 2021 and maybe begin in 2022. So with that being said, you know, hey, stay tuned. My time is not up. Okay, we're on 18 minutes. Okay, great. So, speaking also about, let me see, I got into graphics. I got into the issues with the camera, controller, SSD, the temperatures, different things like that. The menu, the UI. Take some time getting used to. Can't really lie. Is a lot of the stuff is a lot more compressed in, which is cool. But then again, it's like, wait, where's this? Where's that? So you definitely have to kind of refresh yourself around the menu. So, you know, be prepared because there's some stuff that's like, oh wait, this used to be here in the PS4, but it's not there. It's different in the PS5. So the UI is different. It's more compressed. I think it can definitely take some upgrades. I mean, some updates or whatever to it. Some things can be better, moved around much more better. But it's pretty cool. It's more compressed. And the PS4 UI menu is like kind of everywhere. So the PS5 is a little more like, it seems more organized and more compressed, in my opinion, right now at the moment, and where we at with it right now. And I'll also be coming back on the podcast talking about different updates, like update version 2.3 and such. So just, stay tuned for more here with the PlayStation Only podcast. I'll be talking about just only PlayStation 5 pros and cons, deep breakdowns about it. I'm trying to see what else I can really touch on. I think that was really about it because I was like, man, I got to come in here and really touch on the things about the PS5. And because it's here. It's here, next gen is here. But again, you won't really begin to see power of the PS5 until 2022. So it's going to be a long road and a very exciting road ahead of us. So stay tuned for more because we're running a long time, Johnny. All right, we'll be back. For those that's checking me out on YouTube, be sure to check me out on Twitch, Master23Mind. And for those that's here on audio base, here at Anchor and Spotify, y'all be sure to check my YouTube page out at Mastermind RGTV and IG, Master23Mind and Mastermind RGTV. Stay tuned for more and game on, baby. And we'll be back talking about the PlayStation 5. We just getting started, baby. Peace.